Hi, my name is Nicole Giles, and I run the Danish exchange program. This program has been one of the most incredible things of my teaching career, and I'm so excited to share this with the next group of students. Basically, what it is you would host a Danish student in your home for 2 weeks. That child would stay with you, attend school with your child, go to sporting events, and just basically shadow your child and see what life in America is like. And then the following year, your child would go and stay with that same student in Denmark with their family, attend school, teach English, and get to just be immersed in another culture and another language. It is one of the most incredible experiences. I thought instead of me trying to explain that to you, which is always so hard to put into words, I'm going to let some students and a parent explain to you what this trip has meant to them.
Hi, my name is Maris Ferguson. I was involved in the exchange from 2017 to 2018, and I can definitely say with certainty that this experience was one of the most influential things in my entire academic career. Especially throughout my younger years, I was super anxious about a lot of things related to school. So going out of the country was definitely not something I was thinking about. However, when this trip was introduced, my family really encouraged me to look into it, and I'm so glad I did. It allowed me to make new friends and connections that I wouldn't have been able to get elsewhere, and it definitely put me out of my comfort zone, and I grew so much. The exchanges taught me so much about culture and how we fit into the world. It's given me a whole new perspective on language, culture, politics, everything that happens in our world. It's given me a whole new view on it. This exchange taught me so much about how to view culture critically, which is something that we can't get in a classroom like so many other aspects of this trip. It gives you a chance to look at language and other aspects of culture that you aren't exposed to anywhere else. And it allows you to think critically about your own culture and evaluating your own views on your place in the world. Another super influential aspect of this trip for me was gaining passions. I never would have pictured myself traveling or anything like that in the future just because it wasn't something I was into. But after having my experience in Denmark, I already have a trip planned for this summer to go across the world with my best friend, and I'm so thankful for that. It is something I wouldn't have done before, but now I have friends here and over there that I'm excited to go see again. This trip also impacted what I saw myself doing in the future in terms of study. I plan to pursue a minor in French language, which is probably something I wouldn't have done before because it really gave me a new respect for learning languages and other foreign culture. I'm so thankful for everything this trip has given to me in terms of academic growth, critical thinking skills, and especially the lifelong connections. I'm so grateful to have made so many amazing friends along the way, and that's something I wouldn't trade for the world. Thank you so much to Mrs. Giles for making this trip happen, and especially the school board for allowing us to continue doing it.
Hi, my name is Lindsay Gibb. I'm a senior at Lake Fenton High School, and I was in the exchange program from 2017 to 2018. And I just want to tell you a little bit about my experience in it. I can definitely say without a doubt that the exchange program was and still is one of the most influential things I've ever done in my life and one of the best decisions I've ever made. My exchange student Emilia and we actually still talk every day on social media, and even after the program had ended, we actually continued visiting each other. She went to see my family in my junior year after the exchange program, and then I am set to go and visit her family soon too. And that's really just the best thing about the exchange program is the relationships it allows you to build. I have built friendships in the exchange program that I know will last my entire life, and I am just so grateful for that. And the second great thing about the exchange program is how much you're able to learn. I think you can learn a lot in a classroom about other cultures and other countries, but until you really immerse yourself in them, you don't get the full experience, which is exactly what the exchange program in Denmark was able to do. We were able to go to school with our exchange students, to live with their families, to travel a little bit around Denmark and see all the great monuments and historical things, and I just learned so much about Denmark. I'm so grateful for everything that the exchange program was. I'm so grateful to Miss Giles for all the hard work she does in continuing to grow the exchange program, and I would absolutely recommend that it continue on. I would recommend to any student to definitely do the exchange program. Thank you for listening.
Hi, this is Jen Gallagher, and I would like to share my thoughts from a parent's perspective regarding the Denmark experience. It is important that teachable moments exist outside of textbooks and the 7-hour school day. The kids were so excited to travel to Europe. What our children may not have realized was that their eagerness to travel was actually an eagerness and a desire to learn more. They wanted to use their acquired knowledge to experience another culture hands-on. As if emerging their lives within another country wasn't enough, Mrs. Giles even arranged other events and tours for history and present-day happenings to be taught. She even planned for our children to give presentations in their schools. However, not everything was glorious for our group. Our children learned that glitches and setbacks can occur along the way, but one must adapt and move forward, allowing once again for more teachable moments and life skills learned. After Kaylee experienced Denmark, it was fascinating listening to her discuss the cultural similarities and differences, but now at a much deeper, intricate level, down to details that you wouldn't be able to learn about simply by Googling. It goes without saying that the memories made and the unique opportunities our children had in Denmark are ones that they will not only cherish, but ones that they continue to build upon as they are still in touch with one another today. As parents, Mark and I are beyond grateful that Kaylee was chosen for this amazing and valuable opportunity. I can assure you that what our daughter has learned and the life skills that she has gained from this experience is extensive and immeasurable. We will always be grateful to Mrs. Giles and the Lake Fenton Community Schools for providing our child an out-of-the-box education that extends beyond textbooks and the classroom. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Emily Gilbert, and I was first introduced and accepted to the Danish exchange program when I was in 8th grade, and the first time that I traveled to Denmark with Miss Giles was in April of 2018. When I first got accepted to this program, I was not only super excited to meet new people and make new friends, but also to learn about the Danish culture through being immersed in it rather than reading it in a textbook. I had no idea how big of an impact this trip would actually have on my life and my family. I was lucky enough to meet my Danish host family an entire year before my trip with Miss Giles was scheduled. Our two families met each other in Canada, and the bond between us has only grown since then. Before I traveled to Denmark, one of the things that I remember my Danish sister explaining to me was that in Europe, people value travel so much more than they value sitting in a classroom, and I did not fully understand this until I had experienced it. When I was in Denmark, my host family not only made sure that I was completely engaged in their lives and their culture, they also treated me like I was one of their own daughters. And by the time my trip was over, they had actually engaged me so much that I had begun to learn small words and phrases of the Danish language to the point where we would go to a restaurant for dinner and I didn't need someone to translate the entire menu for me word for word anymore because I could read and understand enough of it to know what I was ordering. This trip had such an impact on me the first time that I went that in the summer of 2018, our families met again in New York City, and we spent about 14 days together in New York City. And in March of 2019, my mom and I spent time in Denmark, Spain, and Sweden, once again with my host family. And finally, this summer, our two families hopefully have plans to meet each other in Hawaii. Over the years, I have learned so much about other countries and ways of life that I really could not have learned without this program, and I'm so incredibly thankful that I was given the chance to participate. And I would like to thank you guys personally for giving me the opportunities that I have had, and I really hope that the years to come have the same opportunities that I have had because they're truly life-changing. Thank you.